So when it comes to airdrops, you guys know that I haven't been really excited for any type of airdrops lately because what we have been earning is maybe 10, 20%, 1 to 2x's on the amount of money that we're spending. But right now, if you ask me if there's one airdrop that I'm super bullish on, it is Meteora. I have talked about it for the past few weeks because obviously I'm making some money on it. But also, I do think the airdrop is going to be massive. So I want to go further into it, explain why I do think it is going to be a pretty good one, and also how we can make some money at the same time. Because last few airdrops, so let's say a bridge that we make 2 to 3x, in the end, what you're doing is spending money on the platform so you can make maybe 2 to 3x's in profit, because there's no way that you need to bridge 50, 60 times in a month. What you're doing is just bridging to increase your chances of receiving a higher allocation, right? But when it comes to Meteora, you're actually making money and then also waiting for another job. Obviously, if you're playing it right, you can make some money. So let's go first into the stats and why I like it. Number one, Meteor, what from what I have seen, is that they're all into building their community first. So for example, right now they're not charging any fees. Sometimes they turn it on and then after a short time they turn it off. So right now, if you're using a DLM pool, you're not spending money or you're not paying Meteora any type of fees. What you're earning is actually yours, which is actually pretty amazing because they could be charging a lot of money for that and they're not. Number two is that when we go to TVL, which I'm going to show you in just a second, it is actually within a good range when we compare it to the other competitors. But then if you go to the Discord group, let's say that you're farming on our job, you're getting involved with a project, there's only 25,000 people. That's nothing. Nothing. And you know, and I know that most likely half of these people are not going to be receiving the airdrop. Maybe they are within the group just to get some information, maybe to ask some questions, and maybe they took one or two positions and they said, you know what, this is not for me. I'm not going to continue to use Meteora. So 25,000 people is nothing, nothing for the amount of money that they can allocate for an airdrop. So that would be number one. Number two, let's go ahead and do some comparison. So Radium, which is the number one platform when it comes to providing liquidity, creating pools, and also one of the main dexes on Solana, currently the total value lock is $1.5 billion, right? If we go check the FDV, it is at 2.21. So almost the same FDV and total value lock. Another one, which is a little bit older, that would be Orca. Pretty decent. The FDV is at $270 million. Now let's go ahead and check the TVL. So if I type Orca here, you will see it is 304. So again, same thing, more or less within the same range. FDV and also TVL is more or less the same. So if we check Meteora, the TVL is at $363 million. So actually it is bigger than Orca, and they don't have a token yet. By the way, Orca has a token, so most likely there is a portion of their token allocated within that TVL because you can stake your token within the platform. Radium, it is the same. You can also stake some money, some RAY tokens into the platform, so that is also boosting the TVL. But when it comes to Meteora, they don't have a token. So whatever you are staking is Solana, meme coins, or just pools. So $363 million, it is pretty decent. So let's just use the same range. Let's say that most likely we're not going to be receiving the airdrop this year. It is going to be maybe Q1 or Q2 for next year. So that means we're going to be full into the bull run and everything will be priced out more expensive. And also they're going to have a bigger pool or more liquidity into the platform. So let's just use $500 million just for simplicity, right? So $500 million, let's just use another basic number, which is 10% for the airdrop. So 10%, that would be $50 million. If we divide that into 25,000 people, I'm just going to use the 25,000 without removing anybody. That would be $2,000 per person. Now, obviously, this will change. It will depend on the amount of points that you have on your activity on the platform. But I just want to show you that they have more than enough money to do a good airdrop. When was the last time that you got $2,000 from an airdrop? And also making money from that airdrop, right? Even if you cut that in half, which I don't think that will happen, that is still $1,000. And again, I'm still calculating the total numbers of users on the Discord group. So pretty good so far when it comes to the amount of money that we can make. Now, for the airdrop, how it is going to be calculated is that we're currently getting some points. This is official information. I'm not making it up. Is that if you go to Meteora and you are providing some liquidity and then you're earning some fees. So for example, I have one pool here open. I haven't claimed my fees, but let's say that I get maybe $1, $10, whatever it is. For every dollar that I make from a pool, I'm getting 1,000 points. Also, if I leave my funds for 24 hours, or they calculate it for 24 hours, so if I have, so it would be also a point. So for every dollar in TVL per 24 hours, I'm also getting a point. Now, obviously, the best way for you to get points, it is just by earning fees. So for every dollar in fees that I earn, I get 1,000 points, which is obviously a massive amount. So the best way is just to get involved with providing liquidity and also make some money while I'm farming the airdrop. So let me go ahead and show you guys one wallet, which is my main wallet. You guys can use Metlex for that. It is still loading. It takes some time, probably like 1 or 2 hours to load completely, but that is because it is my main wallet and I have multiple positions. But you guys can see that currently it is at 2.9k. Last time that I checked, that I waited for a few hours, it was around 3.3, 3.5k in fees earned, and that is within 2 months. Now, I'm not saying everything is profit because obviously I have taken some losses, but when it comes to fees earned, I have made around 3.5k in fees. So if you multiply that by 1,000 points, I have 3.5 million points, which is a pretty decent amount. So not bad at all. And obviously I'm making some money. If you have been following my story, for example, I started back in August providing only Solana USDC just to test. I think I was using maybe 3 SOL at that time. I made around 80, 90 bucks profit within 2 to 3 weeks. Then I moved into Meteora meme coin pools, and I went from 3 to 11 Solana. Then I removed the rest, so that means I made 7 Solana profit. Then I created another wallet with 10 Solana. I pushed that to 16, so that means so far that is 13 SOL in profit. The week after, I lost almost 3, but just to round it up, let's just use 3. So that means I'm at a profit of 10 Solana. I do have other wallets with a little bit of profit, so I know it is a little bit more than 10 SOL. But to be honest, pretty good. That is around 2k in profit within 2 months that I just started providing liquidity for meme coins. Actually, less than 2 months, what I'm saying. Less than 2 months. So not bad at all. So let me go ahead and show you guys a few things. I also took some notes here just to make sure that I'm covering everything, because I know that the main question people ask is how I'm choosing the coins, how I'm providing liquidity, and how I'm making money. So number one, just a quick walkthrough on the platform. So we have pools. You can do DLMM, dynamic pools, pools with farms, LST pools. The main difference from Meteora, and this is also why I like it when it comes to other competitors, is that they don't have the LMM. So if I go back here and I want to create a position, I'm just going to add any amount. So I have the option to create a spot. So every bean here, these, which looks like candles, I'm adding a little bit of money. And every time it goes to that price, they're using it as the liquidity to do the swap, and I'm also earning some money. So this is spot, so that means it is staying the same for each bean. Then we have curve, which is not something that I have seen on Radium or Orca, so that means at least they're more advanced when it comes to the competitors. So curve is that, let's say that the range is more or less staying within that range. Or the price is staying within that range. So what you're gonna do is allocate more money in here and then less just in case it goes down here. Bid ask, it is just the reverse. But also what I can do is I can also just do it by using Solana I have to remove the autofill. Here it is. So what I can also do is use Solana. So let's say that I want to sell my Solana and I have maybe one SOL. I do have the option to use spot. Let's go ahead and look for a pool that all of you guys know what it is, which is Solana USDC. I'm just gonna pick one. I'm gonna add position. I'm gonna create one. So as the price goes up, I'm gonna be selling my Solana at a higher price, but also I'm gonna be catching some of the fees. So right now you guys can see the fee, it is around 0.93%. Now, this fee right here, what it represents is the amount of money it has been generating over the TVL. So right now it is 0.93. What you might see also is a different TVL, which is the effective TVL. So this is for the entire pool for the past 24 hours. So this is obviously lagging. It is not a future indicator. It is a past indicator. And this is effective. Since my range is different from all of the other people, the amount of money that I'm using is also different. So this is my APR right now, the amount that I'm earning. Obviously, this will continue to change as we get more volume, so on and so forth. So I just wanted to cover that. So how I pick a token. I'm just going to use this one and show you guys the example right here. So this token, it is trending on Gecko Terminal. You guys can see right here, it is at number 18. So that means more people can see it, more people can jump into it, and then also increase the price. Now, when we check volume, we go to 15 minutes, we can see $167,000 that have been taken in trade, which is a pretty good amount. For the past hour, 500K, so that means there is a pretty decent amount of trading that is going into the token so I can earn some fees. That is number one. If it is trending, if I can make some money. Also, I would check on the Meteora Discord and see if there's anybody talking about a token. So that means more people can also join into it. If not, I would just look here and see if it is ranging, if it is not ranging, if it is trending here, so I know more or less we can have some volume. That would be number one, and we check the volume. Now, number two, the chart. If I can get in at a good price. So what I see here is that it went up, it is ranging for a long time. It tries to break that price multiple times, but we can see that it is ranging. So what I did is around the 30s, I think it was maybe 32, maybe here. I got in and I said, you know what, it looks like it can break that range. A better way to do it would be, for example, right here. So you see this, it is going up, it goes down, which this right here, it is actually a trading strategy, which I'm gonna give you guys a website. It is not really for crypto, it is for Forex, but it is still pretty good to learn a little bit about trading and some trading strategies so you can spot a few things. But we have a downtrend, we have a indecision right here, which is a doji, you guys can see it. And then we have another candle breaking the previous price. So right here, that would have been a pretty good position to get in. So let's go ahead and do, for example, here. So let's say you open your position right here. You purchase 50% Tuki, 50% Solana, and then you add your liquidity. You add your stop loss or your range. If it goes, let's say, below that range right here, you get out, and you do need to respect that. Don't go crazy, don't create a position, then it goes down, and then you start creating scenarios where you say, you know what, maybe it might go back up. No, just close your position and then call it a day. So right here, and let's say that you want to get out at maybe the next resistance. I'm gonna show you this. So most of the time when you see a wick, you don't really have the opportunity to get out since it is so quick. But for example, right here, you have the option. Right here, you also have the option. So right there, let's say you took it. You can actually provide liquidity for 10 hours. So you can catch a pretty good amount of fees for the past 10 hours and still close your position at a higher price. So that means you're also earning the price appreciation. So that would be one position right here. I also took a few screenshots from some other position that I took. Let me go ahead and bring this thing and see if I can use it. So this is another position that I took the other day. I think it was yesterday. No, actually on the 3rd. It was when I took that position. You guys can see the volume, 17 million. It was also trending right here. You can see it on number 7. So what I did is, here it is. So what do we have is the same scenario. So it goes down, indecision, it breaks right here. So I tried to get in, I think it was more or less around here. I catch some of the fees and then I try to close my position at the next resistance level. So one, I'm catching the fees on the upside, but also since I bought right here, I'm also getting the price appreciation and then I'm closing my position, making some money from fees and also from price appreciation. So that's a pretty good strategy right there. Let me go ahead and pull another one that I had. Here it is. So this one, which is a little bit more risky, but here you can see it went up, down, stays within that range for some time, and it breaks, right? With some power. So what you could do is also open your position around here, have your stop loss more or less here, since it already break the previous resistance, and then you just ride the momentum. Maybe you wait until your position gets out of the range, or if you feel satisfied, or if you see a candle like this one, you said, you know what, I'm seeing some red candle, I'm just gonna close my position and then call it a day. So this is more of riding the momentum. And this one is more purchasing at a support level or waiting for a confirmation for the price to go back up. This is also a play where you can purchase at a support level. So you had multiple opportunities right here to purchase at a support level, which is pretty good. So as you can see right here, it break the level. We had the resistance right here. So it looks like more or less it is holding the resistance. Now, it might break it since it is a meme coin, and you know that sometimes it doesn't really respect the prices, but still, it is pretty good to have some levels right here. Or if not, if you purchase here, you still have the option to just catch a crazy amount of fees. It goes out, you sell. But you also catch everything here. A lot of fees. So that would be really the best strategy. Now you still have other strategies like providing some liquidity. So for example, if the price goes up a lot, let's say for example right here or right here, and you say, you know what, I still think it is going to come back up, but I just want to catch the fees on the way down, but I don't want to purchase the token. What you can also do is just do this. You go to add position. You would do 1. And then what it would do is every single time it goes down, it will swap your Solana for Tuki or whatever the meme coin is. And then you're going to be earning some fees. Now, the best strategy would be that as it goes down, you're catching the fees. And then hopefully it goes back up and it gets you out of your range so you can have your 1 Solana. And also you have the fees that you catch. This is a strategy that most of the time I don't really play with it because I'm not good at it. But obviously you guys can test it out with maybe $10, $20 and see if you like it. For me, the best way to make some money is purchasing things at a support level. I can get the price appreciation. I allocate some SOL just in case it goes down a little bit. I create a range and then I get out at the next price appreciation or the next resistance level. So hopefully that makes sense. But then, to be honest, I can sit here and do a 10-hour video, but until you actually use some money, you play with it, you create multiple positions. And I'm not talking 1 or 2 positions and then you say, you know what, I'm not good at it. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. What you actually need to do is you take one position, you take a loss, You take another position, you take a loss, you take another position, you make some money, and you're tracking it, writing everything, and trying to learn from what you are doing. You actually need to be taking at least 25, 50, 100 position so you can understand this. And once you open a chart, you can see those levels quickly. If it is your first time, obviously it will not be as easy as that. So that's why you will need to practice some. So go ahead and practice with maybe $5, $10. There is no minimum when it comes to providing liquidity on Meteora. You're not into this to be making $1,000 every single day. What you need to do is maybe for the next month, you are learning to spot some trend lines. You're learning to spot some support, providing liquidity, earning, seeing how the fees works, what are some good position, what you did bad, maybe some revenge trading, maybe you got in too early or too late, and from there you can actually improve and then make some money. So that is my recommendation. Lastly, other things that you can do on Meteora. So we have, for example, the votes. Here it is. So if you don't want to provide liquidity on pools, you do have the option to just come here and then stake some money. We have USDC, USDT, Solana, STSOL, MSOL, UXD, which I don't know what the heck that is, but you do have the option to stake it. But just so you know, it is only going to be 1 point for every dollar per 24 hours. In comparison, I can do $1 in fees in just a few minutes and earn 1,000 points. So obviously you're not gonna be in a good advantage situation, but still, if you don't want the losses from a pool, go ahead and maybe stake some money if you want to play it like that. Now, what I also recommend is that if you're just starting out, don't play with meme coins. Start with Solana USDC. You're not going to be making a crazy amount of money, but still, since it is not moving that much, you do have the option to just use Solana USDC, provide some liquidity, start learning, and from there gradually you can move to meme coins, which is exactly what I did. I'm not telling you guys to go do something that I didn't do. I did it for 3 weeks, provided liquidity, Solana USDC, was using around $500, made around $80, and then I said, you know what, let me go ahead and move into some meme coins. And guess what? I was just using $80, $50 per position to make some money until I was more comfortable in adding more funds into it. And so far, it has been pretty good. Go ahead, test it out, use a little bit of money, and then let me know if you have any questions, any doubts. I'm gonna continue to gather more good positions, take some screenshot, and then over the next few weeks, what I'm also gonna do is maybe do a live stream and share my insights of what I have learned. Also, I have mentioned this. So this is a new wallet. So that's why you can see it is at 0.1, and I have the majority of my funds into one position right here, which is, to be honest, in a pretty decent profit. If we go here, we can see 16% so far on that position. Is that I'm gonna be sharing that wallet address by the end of the month. So I started with one. I'm gonna share the wallet address. That's why it is a new one. So you guys can check it out. Maybe put it in Metlex. I'm also gonna be sharing a spreadsheet where I'm tracking all my position, and hopefully you guys can learn something about it. So I think that would be it so far. Oh yeah, last thing. Let me go ahead and show you guys what the fuck is Babypips. Not Babypips. Babypips. So here it is. Not affiliated. This is something that I took probably like 7 years ago. I don't know. Oh, there's also learning crypto trading. So go ahead and check it out. It is super easy, and they do share. You actually can learn some pretty good technical analysis, TA. So check it out. Take the course. It is free, but spot a few things. For example, you can see right here what I have been telling you guys. So you can see downtrend, indecision, breaks it, and then it goes up. So this is one of the trading strategies that I have been using for multiple years. By the way, it doesn't work always, and it is not something that I would take a position just based on that. Obviously, I need to base myself on multiple other things, but still good to know some good entries when it comes to trading. So I'm gonna add the link. You guys can go ahead and check it out, or if not, just go to YouTube and look for a good course. So yeah, any questions, any doubts, just let me know, or anything else I should cover, let me know. Peace out. Bye-bye.